Hi folks, I'm Jim Mondry. I'm a business coach, and this is my third video on this series on creating effective sales funnels. So today I want to walk you through a few examples to kind of give you a better understanding of why I've laid this process out the way I have. So I want to start with a program that I bought just over a year ago from a company called Fight Smart. So first off, you need to know I am not a boxer or a fighter. I have no interest in ever getting in the ring. I do not want to get punched in the face. And at the same time, as a middle-aged man, I am constantly on the lookout for interesting physical activities so that I can try and maybe someday train this dad bod away. So when I got a Facebook ad for a guy who was giving people boxing gloves saying, here, try and punch me in the face, try and punch me in the face. At first, it was kind of funny, but then I got a little curious. And so what that video was, it was Travis from Fight Smart. He was demonstrating the outcome of a program that he was trying to sell, and his program was head movement. Now, I am not interested in buying that outcome because I am not looking to be a better fighter because I'm not a fighter. And yet, the way he showed himself in that video got me curious. So it was a brilliant way to make me like him a little bit by showing an interesting outcome and also demonstrating how that outcome actually looks like in a funny way. Because really, isn't that kind of funny, the thought of going up to a random person on the street and handing them gloves saying, hey, try and punch me in the face? It sounds like a setup for like a just for laughs gag. So I was like, okay, this guy's got a bit of a sense of humor. Now, after watching the video, there was a Learn More button, and the Learn More button invited you to sign up for a free 5-day course, which is an experience. So what he did was in that course, I think it was only 4 days, but the point is he gave the first 4 videos away in his process. His process was a series of daily boxing training that were teaching you different skills to learn how to move your head in the ring. So I was interested in potentially buying the process, and by getting a chance to experience the videos, he was helping me get to know him, get to like him, and get to trust him. Because those videos were a good length of time, I went and did a workout afterwards and enjoyed the workout, and it kept me wanting to go back and do more. So then at the end of the program, when it was like, hey, buy in the next 24 hours and get the special discount, and he put the call to action in there, I was like, okay, I'm in. I'm willing to give you my credit card number. And here's the important thing to know. I have not watched a single video past those free videos, and I don't regret buying it because I feel like at the very least I'm giving him money for the value that he created in those videos, and I still do some of those exercises today a year later. So that's one that was actually successful for me that got me into the program not because I wanted the outcome, but I was curious about the process, and he created an opportunity for me to get to know, like, and trust him and say, you know what, I see the value you've created and I want to buy it. Just recently in my Facebook feed, I've been getting a bunch of ads on increasing my vertical leap. As someone who used to coach and play basketball, I love the idea of increasing my vertical leap. Actually, it would probably get me back playing basketball again. If I could have 5 or 10 inches greater of vertical leap, that would make a huge difference in me playing. I've also done a fair bit of training that didn't have much effect. So right away, I'm interested in the outcome of this vertical leap training. I would like to jump more, but I also have a level of knowledge. So I'm curious what the process is. But none of the videos are talking about how they do that. They are all demonstrating the client outcomes, and they're showing people jumping super high, but they're not demonstrating to me in a way that makes me really get to trust that there's something unique. And the other thing is I don't have access to a gym. I'm just going to be doing this in my basement, so I need to know what sort of things I'm committing to. So the way they demonstrate it is, it's not funny. It's just a bunch of people dunking, and the way they're speaking is not making me really like them because it's just super serious, which is okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with being serious. All of my videos are not really funny. And yet at the same time, I'm just like, no, I just feel kind of like you're a hype man. So I'm seeing a demonstration. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to click through. I'm curious. Maybe they're offering like a free 5-day, like get to try the first couple exercises for free, see if it works for you. 5 days, increase your vertical leap by 1 inch or something. I'd be interested with that. But when I clicked through, there was no experience. There was an immediate call to action. Buy now for $17. And I did not know, like, and trust them enough to give them $17. So by not having an experience and by not really talking about the process of how they were going to train me, I really didn't want to buy it. So the first one, remember, they had a clear outcome, but I wasn't interested in the outcome. But as his demonstration, kind of funny. So it's like, okay, I kind of like this guy. I'm kind of curious to learn more. Gave me an experience. And I was like, oh, I like this guy. I trust him. And I'm enjoying the process of that experience. So now when the call to action comes, I'm willing to buy. Second one, I actually want the outcome, but your demonstration doesn't make me trust you or like you. Therefore, I'm sorry, when the call to action comes, I'm not going to buy. So that's two information products where basically you're buying a series of video courses. This is one of the places where sales funnels really shine. But I want to give one last example for a coaching program that I think is a brilliant example how you don't need to give an experience, but at the same time that can be a useful tool. Megan Jo Wilson is a coach I really look up to, and she has a program called Rockstar Camp. Essentially, the big moment in Rockstar Camp is that she gets women who have never sung on stage before to sing with a backing band at a rock nightclub on a Saturday night, and they are singing their hearts out. That does not sound exciting for most people. Yeah, I'm going to get you singing on stage even though you've never sung in public before. And she is consistently selling out program after program because that's part of the process. And that part is for the outcome. And the outcome is helping women regain their power and their voice and feeling confident and being willing to own a room for the brilliant people that they are. And that is an outcome that women want. And they're interested in that process of getting up on stage and singing their heart out. They see how that's going to transform them. So right away, she's demonstrating every time she is talking about the program, she's demonstrating this process is going to involve you getting up on stage to face your fears so that you can just see how much of a rock star you are. And then on top of that, so many of her Facebook posts are demonstrating client success stories. This woman did this program, and here's what's amazing in her life afterwards. So she is not only demonstrating what you're going to get in the program and showing the scariest moment in the program, which is actually building trust, in my opinion, because it's like, okay, if I can get over the fact that I've got to do that, I can handle everything else. So that creates a sense of safety, which creates trust. And then also showing all those client success stories is another way to showcase that, I trust this woman. She's not showing off about herself. This is not, look at how amazing I am and come and be like me. It's, no, look at this amazing woman that we worked with together and look at what's coming through in her life. Would you like more of that? So again, this is someone selling not herself, but selling an outcome through the story of someone else. So again, it's creating trust because it's not just like, I'm so awesome and you need to be like me. It's we're building a community of awesome people together. So again, this is about like and trust. So then she doesn't offer a free experience. Other than you can watch, she will live stream the concerts of these people getting up on stage. So you can kind of experience that moment, but you don't really know the rest of the process. But she doesn't need to, because through the act of telling the stories of these women, how they are being changed, and by demonstrating what's happening, and by clearly articulating the outcome, and creating that safe space to know the scariest moment is getting up on stage, and you can do it. When she puts that call to action, people jump. So you don't have to give an experience if you've got lots of client success stories. But if you don't have a lot of client success stories, you may need to consider how do you build more know, like, and trust? And the fastest way to do that might be through an experience. So that's a lot of information. I just want you to take away something to consider. Where can you create the best engagement with your audience? Do you need to focus more on the outcome? Do you need to focus more on demonstrating how you do that and why you can do that? Or do you need to build more know, like, and trust relationships with people so that when you send your call to action, they're ready to buy? So I hope this is helpful. If you have questions, comment down below. If you like this video, please click the like button or subscribe. Everything is helpful. Thanks so much.